Good afternoon. May the Lord give you peace. Amen. Before I forget, because it is a solemnity, after the homily, we profess the creed, and instead of bowing at those words, the Word was made flesh, we genuflect. This is one of those days, so help me to remember, okay? So the Annunciation, this is such a special day for the whole world. It's a special day for any church or shrine dedicated to Mother Mary. I feel bad for everyone who's not here today. We are so blessed, and especially this shrine, because we have an exact replica of the home of the Virgin Mary where this thing happened. A very quick little story. When I was studying in Europe as a college student, on this feast day, I made my consecration to Jesus through Mary. And that year, this feast day fell on a Saturday, so I was in Loreto, Italy, where the house is now. And within those walls, I made my offering to Jesus through Mary. And then, much to my surprise, there was a little priest that came in. They rang a bell, and he's carrying a chalice, and we had an unannounced Mass. And I got to receive Jesus in Holy Communion. And then I go back to the back corner of the chapel where I had just said this prayer, and I realized the Lord is present within me, just like at the Annunciation. There's a parallel, huh? Mary's pregnancy is the first Holy Communion. And so the Lord comes to us in such a special way. So what a great day. You know, we have the stone from from her house. It's in the reliquary right over there. So after Mass, you can come forward to be blessed with that relic. I can only imagine the graces the Lord will give us today if only we open our hearts, huh? Oh, what a day. I feel bad for everyone who's not here. If you meet someone later today who's not here, say, sorry, you missed it, you know. And it's the season of Lent, but on a solemnity, we're getting a little break, okay, for the season of Lent. It's mandatory ice cream at dinner, okay, Mom and Dad? Okay. We have to celebrate. And my friends, to be honest, my entire spirituality is based off of this moment, the Annunciation. Every morning I pray this mystery of the Rosary. It feels like the right thing to do. Mother Mary saying yes to God. And you know, you can look at the mystery of today's event in the light of everything that came before. From the moment of creation to all the things that happened in the story of salvation history, all of those moments of Annunciation. You think of Adam and Eve, you think of Noah, you think of Abraham, you think of King David, all those moments leading up to this moment of Mary saying yes to God. And you could also look at this moment in light of everything that came afterwards. All the graces, it all kind of is somehow tethered to this moment. St. Louis de Montfort had a beautiful line, everyone should love the Hail Mary, because the salvation of everyone is tied up in this moment. You know, when the Lord comes to her and she says yes. And so this day really is about the day that Mary said yes to God. She kept saying yes her whole life, including at the foot of the cross, one of my favorite quotes, St. John Paul II, the yes that Mary offered at the Annunciation, she completed with the yes that she offered while standing at the cross. So this kind of beautiful mystery of God's yes. And even for each one of us, when we come to faith, it is our yes to the Lord. I love professions of faith, the creed. You think of the ceremony of baptism, there's the great questioning, do you reject Satan? Yes, I do. Do you believe in God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven? I do. Yes, there's this great moment of our yes to God. But if we're going to mention our yes to God, there's something else that has to be mentioned first, and you're not going to see this coming. Are you ready? Before any of us can say yes to God, even before the Virgin Mary can say yes to God, first, God has said yes to us. He didn't have to create anything. He chose to create us because of his great love. The moment of creation, the moment of conception, it is the moment where God says yes to us. Our yes to him is a response to his yes to us. In St. Rose of Lima Parish in Oxford, just up the road, in the sacristy, they have a beautiful little statue of the Annunciation. Every day I'm there, I'm tempted to steal it. And I tried to find it. I even contacted the company that made this. We don't have them anymore. I'm like, oh. So if anyone knows how to sculpt statues, please talk to me. So in this little statue, the Annunciation, Mother Mary is standing there. And if you look at the great art history of this moment, there's all sorts of different ways that artists depict the Annunciation. In this version, the angel Gabriel is kneeling before Mary. Mary's standing there. And it looks like a young man proposing to his fiancée. Will you marry me? And it has that feeling. You know, Jesus himself is the marriage between divinity and humanity. But that moment, God is not forcing Mary, he's inviting her. It is a proposal of sorts. And so Mary says yes because God said yes first. When a young man kneels and asks his girlfriend, will you marry me? That's his yes to her. And then she replies, yes, I will. I do. That's the words at the altar, huh? I do. And so it's beautiful that God said yes to us first. God said yes to us. And like Mary, we respond to him with our yes, our profession of faith. The mystery of what happens on today's feast day is still happening in the lives of each one of us. Amen.